Yes guys, welcome back to the YouTube. It has been a while, apologies. And you are not reading that title incorrectly. It's not a typo. In fact, I am now 7 weeks out. So yeah, some time has passed. Apologies, I have not updated you guys. But basically, the plan has changed. Not too drastically, just that I've pushed the first show forward. So we're going to do one the weekend before the original one planned, which will be the 30th of August. It's in Wales, which is super cool. Really excited. Just spoke to Jack about it yesterday, just threw it up in the air and thought, yeah, why not? It kind of makes more sense, have more opportunity to get more out of it. And it just means I'll do one less one in between that and the last one, which is all good. Super excited because obviously now it just feels a bit closer. We're on a good pace. Yeah, so 7 weeks out, but that does mean cardio's back in. We have been on baseline for the since you saw me last. I've been on baseline food, which is something like 3.2, 3.3 thousand calories training day, and then obviously a bit less on rest days, but had not been doing cardio probably for the last 2 weeks. Sorry, I'm at the gym, just down my pre-workout, about to train. So yeah, no cardio. But having said that, on Friday yesterday for my check-in with Jack, I was actually 219, which is pretty low. 219 pounds in the morning, which is, yeah, my lowest so far has been 218.2, which was 2 weeks ago, and that was before we changed cardio. So I think I was doing 25 training days, 35 rest days, significant amount. But after that, as you would have heard, I pulled it out. We had not been in cardio for 2 weeks. So considering that, it's very good that I'd managed to reach 219 as a low yesterday without cardio. So yeah, just 10k steps, baseline food, feeling really good. Training has been really good. Really good actually. In fact, I had been dragging some considerable ass this week potentially, which is maybe why I have not been keeping you guys so up to date, just because I've shuffled my training sessions around. Today's Saturday, the 11th of July. Today I'm training back and hamstrings. Usually I train legs, but I've got my shift afterwards and I've realized that I should not be training legs and then being on my feet for 7 hours today, 7 hours tomorrow, 9 hours Monday. It's not ideal having the leg soreness and doing that. So I've shuffled the split, which means I trained legs on Wednesday, adjusted the session a bit because obviously I'd trained them Saturday, so probably shouldn't have done that. If anything, may have gone a little too hard, and my legs have been so fucking sore, like first time training legs sore, you know what I mean? It's been actually mental. So yeah, that has taken its toll, but overall energy feels really good, just very sore, which makes walking hurt a lot, especially when you are on the leaner side and have less food to help you recover. But the legs are getting there. Hamstrings are still a bit tender, but obviously I'm training them today, but I will be very sensible, of course. So yeah, today on the cards, back in hamstrings, just shuffle the split around, and then Sundays will be push and arms. So lovely stuff. Obviously working weekends, as I may have mentioned. But yeah, I'll chuck some photos onto the screen of my check-in yesterday at 7 weeks out now of the PCA Welsh Championships in Newport. Super excited. I can't fucking wait. I'm so pumped now to compete and everything. Obviously the original one was the Manchester one, which I still will do. And that's only the weekend after, but just that little week. 7 feels a lot closer than what I was 8. So yeah, we've gone forward in time, done some time traveling. So now it's 7 weeks out. We're in a good position. But yeah, as I said, with the check-in, Jack reintroduced cardio just to get the ball moving again. Obviously fat loss was occurring still, but at a slower pace. But yeah, as I had reached 219, I have lost some fat since we changed things and kind of held the baseline, but ramping it up a bit to get that last bit of condition in, because coach says that there's still plenty more to come off the rear, obviously in agreement with him. So yeah, I just need to dig for more conditioning. We're doing 15 minutes cardio training days. So today after I train, I'll do that. And then 30 minutes rest day, which I did yesterday. Haven't actually spoken about my cardio at all, to be fair. Do it on the Stairmaster. I've always done that all through the off season. I mean, honestly, in the off season, I was actually doing more cardio than this. No, same as this or more. But yeah, it felt really weird doing zero cardio, because obviously in the off season I was actually still doing a good amount, because it has a number of benefits. Good for your health, of course, number one, especially on rest day. Good to keep active. It's good for your metabolism. So burning more calories means you can eat more calories. It's a thing called energy flux, if you look into that. But yeah, basically helps you push your food up higher, which can kind of aid your growing. Or on the flip side, if you are not hungry, struggling with appetite, which sadly I never have, we can eat a lot of food, then it might help spark your appetite, right? And it might actually help you go eat enough food rather than not enough, because you have to be in a surplus to grow during the off season, or you want to be ideally. So yeah, but the cardio I do, it was funny actually, because it got to a point where it was actually really hard because my heart rate wasn't getting up. So obviously speaking to Jack, feedback and stuff, now I have a set routine the way I do it. Basically, I was getting up to like level 9 on the Stairmaster, which is fucking stupid. Like, I know I have long legs, but someone my height, my weight, like, even this was even happening like 4 weeks ago, right? A month ago, where I was still like 235 pounds. Someone like that should not be doing that much on Stairmaster. So obviously that was making the legs burn, and we don't want to train the legs, we just want to train the heart. So yeah, and obviously as you get lighter, it gets easier, you get fitter the more you do it. So that was only getting worse. Yeah, I was on like level 9 for literally like half an hour. Honestly, it was fucked. So now I do level 12 for the first minute, flat out, get the heart rate up. There's VO2 kinetics going, if you know about your physiology. And then I just stick with level 8. That's pretty comfortable for me, and that does sit me generally above 130 for the remainder of the half hour, which is good. Because obviously if you have to consider, you got your watch, which Jack suspects mine is wrong, just because it's not an Apple Watch. But yeah, sorry, I can't afford that, Jack. If you do the average on the watch over the half an hour, that first minute or two, even if you're like at level 7 or level 8, which is like a regular pace for most people, it will take your body a good few minutes to catch up your heart rate. So basically what I'm doing by doing level 12 for the first minute is just like accelerating that, getting the heart rate up, and then level 8 can sustain it, because otherwise if I stick on level 8, it might take too long to get to whatever. Then I'm not actually getting the whole half hour benefit of the 130 to 150 beats per minute zone, which Jack wants me in. So yeah, that's a little rant about cardio. Yeah, it feels really good. Don't mind doing cardio at all. But obviously I did bring up the fact that I wanted to do the earlier show, and some great feedback from coach, which I'm absolutely in agreement with, is that when you lose your body fat, luckily I'm in a position where I can afford to do it slowly. We have a lot of food to play with, a lot of tools, and we started in a good position, and we just had a long timeline generally. It meant that we can have a slow rate of fat loss, because obviously if you lose your weight too soon, you risk losing muscle. The whole point is to have the muscle still, which you grew in the off season, so that you actually have some muscle on stage, hopefully, or yes, some. So yeah, we're doing it slow approach. It will still be a nice pace heading into 7 weeks out. 7, I think, is plenty of time considering where we're at, and considering the amount of tools we have left. Tools being the calorie deficit created by the food, and also from the cardio. So cardio is low, well, it was 0. So now cardio's back in. That's a tool which we're using, but by no means are we abusing it yet, like at all. And plenty of food. So obviously I expect that to drop more as time goes on, so that I can lose that last bit of fat. But having said that, it is a balancing act, as the wise man said. Your strongest body parts, your weakest body parts, we'll say, usually will fade, right? So I'm quite long and thin through the upper. I just have long arms, long limbs and stuff, which means if we push too hard, I might lose fullness in the upper, and then risk losing the muscle in the upper, which will further detriment my balance and symmetry, because for some reason my legs are quite good. I don't know why, maybe from football, but they'll hold on just fine, right? And if anything, you could almost I could almost afford to lose a touch. Whereas if I lost more in the upper, you'd really notice it, and it would really throw off that discrepancy in the balance from top to bottom. So yeah, we're doing it at a slow pace so that I can keep the fullness in the upper, keep the training performance good, especially pressing, as this is always one that, you know, kind of drops off and takes a hit when you get really lean. So keeping training performance good, keeping energy good, and that very slow and steady rate of fat loss will be priority. So having said that, today I guess will be like a day in the life. I'll record some of my training, shoot that up, maybe do a cool little montage if I can figure out how to put music over shit. But yeah, and obviously I can update you over the weekend. This will be a weekend in the life, because all I do is train and then work. Closing the gym today, opening the gym tomorrow at Phoenix. The new Phoenix is actually opening today in Crawley, so this one should be less busy, which is fun. But yeah, I guess I will catch you guys later throughout the day. Maybe show you some of the meals I'm eating. Nothing's changed realistically, but could do a little full day of eating, just show you little meals and what I get up to throughout the day at work. But it's time to smash back and hamstrings. Let's go. Hello my friends, I am back in the exact same spot as the last clip. Apologies. So this has actually become a week in the life with no life in between. So it's Saturday again. It is the 18th of July. So exactly a week later to when we last spoke. But yeah, it's quite fitting because my week in the life is really that uneventful. Nothing that you have not seen. As I said, when we touched base last, cardio was re-implemented, obviously. So yeah, I've just been trudging along with that. Not much really to go over. Nothing has changed. In fact, yesterday with my check-in with Jack, he actually removed, it was rest day on Friday, he removed my cardio and heavily reduced my steps to about 8k, just because the weight had crept up a bit. It was like 221.4, but alas, this morning all is good, and now I am back down to 219.2. So, you know, that's kind of the result of maybe the body was holding on to some extra weight, some inflammation from stress, because this is an excuse, full disclosure, that yeah, I haven't been keeping you guys up to date as much or whatever. I said there's nothing to show you, but the whole point of these videos is because you always think that and you always wish you would look back. So of course I'm going to make an effort to record even the little things such as this. But yeah, I've been really busy, especially also with trying to finish my master's dissertation, which of course I've left until I am prepping. So yes, almost there. I'm over halfway. I just need to do my data collection, which I'm fucking dreading, but great. It will get done, and I'm in a good position grade wise that I'm not really stressed about it. It's just something I have to do, and it's quite time consuming. But having said that, yes, the body weight is back down this morning to 19.2, as I said. So feeling fresher, feeling a bit better, but yeah, throughout the week, I suppose some digging has been done somehow. It is crazy for me to say this, because I never thought I would still be this heavy, still be eating this much food and be doing this little cardio and steps. For reference, I did a natty prep 3 years ago. I literally did it in 12 weeks. I was in Croatia on holiday with Alex, my girlfriend, eating pizza 12 weeks out, and I was fat. I was like, I think I was the same weight as I am now when I started, and I got down to 175 pounds, which was a very small boy. But the worst it got, which is quite astonishing, was I was looking back 14,000 steps a day. This is only for 1 week, the last week of digging. 14,000 steps a day, and then lowest it got was 1,700 calories on rest day, and 55 minutes cardio. And all things considered, that is actually not that bad. But what I've come to realize is, although I'm counting my lucky stars, bad is very relative, because I have nothing to complain about in terms of cardio expenditure. It's really not too much to manage, which I'm extremely grateful for. Obviously, I spoke about in the last clip, we put that down to the starting position, how much time we have, all of these things. But realistically, how bad you feel is always going to be relative, and it's scary to think how some people do far more than this and dig far harder than this. It's quite eye-opening, and I know I did last time. I think I felt substantially worse than this, which is to be expected. But this week has still been hard. Just feel tired. Everything feels heavy. Training has not taken a hit yet at all, objectively, but feeling-wise, you know, the motivation to train potentially is dwindling, and I'm just feeling it's a bit hard to get into. But once I'm into it, it's great. So yeah. It's back and hamstrings today again. So this is 2 weeks in a row. I am now officially, as of tomorrow, 6 weeks out on the dot. So yeah, shit's getting real. Things are gonna start getting ramped up, I presume, soon. I'm seeing Jack in 4 weeks at a team meeting. Like a team meetup, but hopefully I'll get some time with him so he can look over me properly, and I have a feeling we'll do something to do with food to see how my body responds to loading up again. But yeah, it's exciting times. I'm doing the do every day. I will try and record more kind of day-to-day stuff, you know, the morning steps, all that kind of stuff when it comes to mind, because yeah, those are the things that I will look back on, you know, the fond memories, which will be fond in retrospect. But yeah, at the moment, feeling a bit run down, but it is to be expected. It is prep after all, and the body fat is low. But yeah, it's going great. It's amazing. Cannot wait to compete. Lots of visualization happening and everything. I'm really just fucking excited. So excited, to be honest. And so, you know, that's keeping me going. But yeah, also have been keep on top of my recovery, because the soreness, just overall general body soreness, is definitely increased. So, you know, things like stretching are helpful. Baths, I've been having Epsom salt baths twice a week, especially I had Jack even prescribed me one yesterday, which I was going to anyway. But stuff like that is going to help kind of wash that inflammation and relax the body so that you can drop that inflammation weight / fatigue. So yeah, all is good. I will hopefully do a little closing clip at some point. I'm working today, of course, because it's the same as last time we spoke, and I will show you some of my training this week, which has been very good. But yeah, time to get in the gym. The Prius kicking in, the sun is out. England are playing France today at 10 o'clock, so hopefully the gym will be empty by the time I close it, because everyone will be puntering. Is that the word? Is that a real word? But yeah, it's getting hot in here. It's time to train. Thank you guys for watching the video. If I do not top this off, I don't think I will, to be honest. This is probably as much as you'll get from me, sorry. But I will chuck up training clips throughout the week, and obviously photos. But yeah, everything's going really, really well. And let me know if there's anything you want to see specifically. I have to be a bit more creative and come up with some ideas, clearly, because I do not have much to speak about. But things will start getting exciting very shortly. So yes, this is 6 weeks out. Boom. Yes, guys, bonus closing clip, just because I wanted to make a record of this. I am now doing my morning steps. It's the next day, but I'm to the point now where I don't even take a walk in the lovely park anymore, because of these things called hills. They mean that it's quite hard, well, harder to walk because of this thing called gravity. So I'm sticking to the paths which are no incline, parallel with the earth, perpendicular to gravity, therefore easier for my skinny legs to hold up my skinny body and move me along in a stepwise fashion. So yeah, that's a funny little side note you pick up on little, I think, through these videos and just in general, by being more reflective, picking up on small little cues and things that I'm doing and noticing in my day-to-day, which tell me that I'm a bit more tired than usual. So yeah, I literally just walk back and forth across next to the road like a madman, for everyone to see. So hopefully they enjoy it, and they can also enjoy me watching me film myself. But yeah, it's a lovely day. It's Sunday, no work today, thankfully, because I only work every other Sunday. But yeah, I actually felt surprisingly good this morning. I feel quite fresh and quite good. Hamstrings are very sore from yesterday's workout. It's crazy. Barely RDL'd, like I did 2.5 plates for 2 sets to 120, which is not a lot for me. You know, I've worked that up through prep, but making my form perfect and tempo and higher reps has really made that challenging, and feeling the soreness, which is good. It's what we want. But yeah, today I will go with my usual day. So I'm just woke up at about 5 and cooked my pre-meal and my final meal, my cream of oats shit. Just because then I can let it stand and I can put it in the oven, so it turns into a cake and stuff. So that's plan of action, priorities, right? Had a coffee, and I was doing my morning steps. Just after that, I'll get back and have my breakfast as usual. The same, eggs and some mushrooms. I'm addicted to mushrooms at the moment. That sounds bad. But then I will just crack on with the uni work until about 10 o'clock when I go train. So I use my brain power all in the morning whilst I have it between meals 1 and 2 and around then to knock out as much as the uni assignment as I can. And then I'll get back from the gym usually like 1 o'clock or past that, and then I basically sign off for the day. Just eat my meals, maybe do some more work, but by then I'm pretty shot. But yeah, all is good. This morning 219.8, which is solid. But yeah, that is my update and closing of this video. Sorry, it was not a very eventful video, not that any of them are, to be fair. But yeah, this is a raw #vlog, because that's the whole point of these, to be honest. But yeah, thank you for watching. I think I've already outroed in the other clip, but I'm going to do it again. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stick around to see me compete in 6 weeks today.